The Michigan governor is back in the media spotlight. Gretchen Whitmer has gone from covering her face behind a binder in the Oval Office earlier this month to what appeared to be a hug between Whitmer and Trump in Michigan as the president celebrated 100 days in office in her state. The greeting largely made headlines by news outlets on the left. The Associated Press wrote, "About that hug, Whitmer risks backlash from Democrats as she embraces Trump in Michigan." USA Today wrote, "A hug, Governor Gretchen Whitmer's optics with Trump could cost her in 2028. And the Washington Post wrote, "Whitmer just got what she wanted from Trump, but she's making a risky bet." These news outlets all recognize Whitmer as a potential presidential candidate for the Democratic Party come 2028. But they suggest this moment with Whitmer greeting the president off of Air Force One upon his arrival could hurt her chances in a potential presidential run. The Post interviewed a Democratic strategist in Michigan who suggested the optics of her greeting with the president could be viewed as pretty damaging and called the photos not great. President Trump went to Michigan not only to celebrate his 100 days in office, but to announce a new fighter jet mission at the Selfridge National Guard base outside Detroit, an idea credited to the governor. Trump saying the jets will fuel Michigan's economy for years to come, calling it a big win for Whitmer and the state. But he himself also noted the bipartisan partnership the two have had in making this happen and said himself it could be frowned upon by party hardliners from both sides.
So I want to thank Governor Gretchen Whitmer for bringing it also to our attention very strongly. And, I'm not supposed to do that. She's a Democrat. They say, don't do that. Don't have her here. I said, no, she's going to be here. She's done a very good job.
And Whitmer also took the stage to give a few words to thank the military and the Trump administration for the new investment in her state.
Well, I hadn't planned to speak, but on behalf of all the military men and women who serve our country and serve so honorably on behalf of the state of Michigan, I am really damn happy we're here to celebrate this recapitalization at Selfridge.
In response to the Detroit press asking the governor about her greeting with Trump and sharing of the stage with him, Whitmer said, "It's so funny that people are like, oh, they were hugging. He leaned and said, we're here because of the work that you did. And I thought that was really nice of him to say. And so he just leaned in and said that as I shook his hand. That was all." In a statement to the Associated Press, Whitmer further explained, "I had to be there because this was a big, important thing for the state of Michigan. Now he is going to go off to the rally and say a lot of things I disagree with that I'll fight against, and that's fine. But my job is to do everything I can for the people of Michigan." Her staff later clarified to the media she had no association with the executive actions, but was rather there to fight for the Selfridge investment, something Trump also made mention of.
For decades, they've been trying to save this facility. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just recently because I heard about it recently from some people, including your governor.
As with the supposed hug with the president, Whitmer also answered to her gesture of covering her face in the Oval Office during a sit-down interview at the Detroit Economic Club, where the governor said she simply didn't want her photo taken.
And there you are in the paper. Beautiful picture of you.
Someone asked me what was going through your mind at that moment, and it was, I don't want my picture taken. That's all it was. I kind of wish I hadn't put my folder up in front of my face, but whatever. I was there. I just wrote a book about learning to laugh at yourself, so I'm pretty good at it, and we all have our moments.
Right now, there is no clear front-runner in the Democratic Party for 2028 contenders. However, rankings from The Hill put Whitmer as the third most likely candidate to get the spot. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez topped their list, as she did in recent polls as well. Thanks for watching our news update. For more stories that matter to you, download the SAN mobile app today.